Namaste, beautiful yogis. This is going to be a quick ab routine that you can add at the beginning or the end, or even before the stretching during yoga classes to each class or each practice you do. You can even do it before or after running. Let's start laying in Supta Baddha Konasana, feet together, and I have a mat rolled underneath my back, so I'm using this as a mat back bend chest opener. Beginning to deepen the breath, beginning to establish connection with your core, consciously guiding the breath. And let's bring the elbows on the floor. Prop yourself up. Move the mat out of the way and slowly lower down onto your back. One vertebra at a time, belly in. Let's bring the right knee into the chest and across, supine twist. And changing sides. Left knee and across. Keep your shoulders down on the floor. Coming out of this, both knees into the chest. Straighten the legs, flex your feet, hands over the head, and we're going to touch the toes 10 times. 1, 2. Press your lower back down into the floor. 3, 4. Really drive this movement from the core, not from the shoulders or neck. 5, 6. Pressing the belly in so that your belly doesn't pop out. 7, 8, 9. Pausing. 10. And let's bring the hands behind the head. Crisscross the legs, scissor the legs, opposite elbow to knee. 10 times. Right elbow, left knee. Again, guide the movement from the core. Try not to pull on your head. Count to 10. Really pressing the lower back down into your mat. Pressing the belly down so that you're strengthening the abdominal wall. If you're familiar with Mula Bandha, practice Mula Bandha. Once you're done with the 10 reps, let's go over to the opposite side. 1, 2, keep the chest open. 3, shoulders down. 4, elbows are reaching away from each other. 5, 6, 7, the opposite leg is hovering over the floor. 8, 9, 10. And let's bring the feet together, legs together. Lower them slightly down, as far down as you can, without removing the lower back from the floor. And really press your belly down, flattening the belly, the stomach. Okay, now we're gonna reach over the head and lower the hands by the hips 10 times. Keep your legs slightly lower down, as far down as you can, really. Over time, you will probably be able to lower them down even more. Really use the belly to guide your hands here 10 times. And now we can do the Pilates 100, only we're gonna do it 30 times, 20 to 40 times, whatever suits you today. And when you're done with your 20 to 40 reps, you can take a little break. Next, we're gonna lift the heels 10 times straight up. So here, this is a really small move. You're just peeling off your tailbone off the mat. You're not trying really to bring your legs forward towards your head or above your head, but just straight up. Next, toe dips. Keep a 90-degree angle between your calves and thighs and just dip your toes 10 times on each side. This is really gonna work your lower belly. Keep pressing the lower back into the mat and keep pressing the belly down. Don't let it pop out. Enforcing the abdominal wall 10 times on each side. If you do it the right way, this should feel very, very difficult. Exceptionally difficult, actually. Once you're done with the 10 reps on each side, you can take a quick break. And we're gonna go for 10 side crunches. You can keep your legs either bent or extended. You can have a little bit of a snap at the end of the move, a little bit of a strong move at the end, at the top of the rep. Then on the opposite side. I'm practicing in probably 90-degree weather, so this makes it a little more difficult. And again, going for supine twist, relaxing, softening the abs, softening the midsection, changing sides. Let's extend the legs, lower them down towards the floor halfway. Reach over your head with your hands, and we're gonna bring the legs over the head and lower down, peeling the lower body off the floor 10 times. Alternatively, you can actually touch your toes to your hands. Really contract. Here what we're looking for is conscious contraction, conscious connection with the core. You can lower your legs all the way just above the floor. Keep the lower back on the floor. And continue with 10 reps. However you want to modify this move, you can lower the legs slightly off the floor or completely all the way down to the floor, as long as you keep your lower back down. And once you're done, you can hold or pause and relax. Let's stretch the abs. Bridge pose. The feet are hip width apart, exactly hip width apart, and the toes are pointing forward. Clasp your hands underneath you and lift your body. And from here you can just go into Supta Baddha Konasana, reclining butterfly pose, or you can repeat this one more time, or you can just continue with whatever sequence you're doing after this. Thanks for joining me today. Namaste.